Hi guys, my name's Nathan and I'm the Naturalist out at Dillon and Blue Rock State Parks, and welcome to week 2 of our Hiking Dillon State Park guide for beginners. So I am here this week and we are going to hike the King Ridge Loop. So behind me is the parking lot for the camp store. So just past the Naturalist cabin there is this paved access trail that leads you down to the amphitheater. So let's go down there and check it out. So here we are down in front of the amphitheater. So if you take that concrete paved trail all the way down here, it'll drop you into some grass just outside the amphitheater. So if you're looking from the amphitheater, you have a sign there and a sign down there. We're gonna keep going downhill because that sign actually is directing us towards the King Ridge Loop. Now, up here at this sign is another trail entrance. This is also an available entrance to the King Ridge Loop, and this will take you towards waypoint N. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be walking from Q to M to N. I also just want to take this time to let you guys know that this trail is just over a mile in length is what we're going to be hiking this week. So it's just a teeny tiny bit longer than the Bog Loop Trail. However, it is much more strenuous. So this trail is going to take you down a hill towards the beach, and you're going to have to climb right back up out of it. So there are some steep sections, but most of the trails here at Dillon have those steep sections because most of the trails here are doing that down and back up. So again, it's a little over a mile in length, and it should take you anywhere from 25 to 40 minutes depending on your endurance level. So here we are at waypoint Q. You'll see it's the exact same map is up at the Bog Loop Trail, but here, starting on this trail and continuing on to our other trails, we are going to be reliant on the waypoint markers as to telling the direction and the distance that we're going on these trails. So the King Ridge Loop is pretty easy. Again, it's just a loop. So it'll bring you back to where you start, but further on in this series, we will be hiking to a waypoint, stopping at that waypoint and turning back around. So that's where these come into play. So the King Ridge Loop is the orange loop on this trail. And you can see that little orange post right there. So all of our trails, with the exception of the Bog Loop Trail, have painted posts and or trees. So this is just a post, but most of the markers on this trail are going to be trees with an orange painted line on them. For the point of the trail, starting from waypoint N towards M and back to the amphitheater, the trees are going to be painted with not only an orange stripe, but also a yellow stripe, because at that point you will be also on the Licking Bend Trail at the same time as the King Ridge Loop Trail. So here behind me, the trail is extremely steep, so make sure that you're hiking this when it's nice and dry out, rather than wet, or else you'll probably be sliding down some mud. And just take your time, go easy, and it should be just fine, but it is super steep, so that's your warning. So behind me is my favorite part of the King Ridge Loop, and that is that you get a really good view of the water from here. Now, I know you can't tell because of all the trees behind me, but I promise you there's the lake back there, the Dillon Lake. And if you're really lucky and you're really quiet, you can also sometimes see and hear some bald eagles flying through here along the lake. So coming from Q heading towards M, after you have passed the lake, you're gonna have to start heading uphill because what goes down has to go back up to the parking lot. So here is that section behind me. And again, this is just kind of a general warning. It's easy to manage, but it's kind of strenuous and not a good time when it's wet out here. So thank you guys again for joining me on our hike. I hope you enjoyed your hike. Again, make sure you like our Facebook page, and tag us in any photos or videos or comments that you have about the trail. I'd love to see them, and I hope to see you guys out at the trails.